Okay. This is gonna be a train wreck. You know that? It's awesome. I guess. I guess I'll do like a little bit of an intro, like just to say what the podcast is, I guess, and then we'll just kind of rip into it.
Yep.
Look, I suck at this. I don't even know why I kind of wanted to do this, but I'm just all I can think of is like Mike like crucifying me for even doing this.
Who cares? He probably won't even listen to it.
Probably not. All right, so I guess I'll just all right. I guess I'll just go and just do my intro, and then we'll just get to it. All right.
Yeah, just go for it. We got it. We can do this.
Okay, wait. So it's the Crushed Monocle Podcast now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we should have a name. I don't know. Let's name the podcast. Let's talk about some stuff with Coop and Jon.
I mean, that works. Let's talk about stuff.
Okay, there you go. Right. There's your intro.
All right. I'm like really nervous.
Why?
I don't know. I hate hearing my own voice. I know this is gonna suck when I.
Come on! This is fine. It's fine.
All right. So I'm gonna get to my intro. All right.
Okay, here we go.
Oh wait, hold up though. So am I not mentioning the new name of the website?
I don't know, cause like I need to get off my ass and like get it transferred. I made a logo, but fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can bring it up, but I guess we don't have to like just get.
It's not like it really matters. Like we've got everything like secured. No one could like swoop in and steal the name or anything. So.
Oh, so I guess I can say it. It's Crushed Monocle though, right?
Yeah, unless we change our minds.
That sounds. I think that's a good name.
Okay, sweet. Well, I already made a logo, and I don't want to make another one. So
yeah, so screw that. We're gonna keep it like this, and then 20 years from now we can change it again.
There we go.
All right, when I'm 60,
writing
for the website.
Seriously, right?
See, this is good stuff. We're completely wasting this from the pod.
No, because technically I already introduced it. This could be the introduction. Just start to say, "Oh, I'm supposed to do my introduction," and that's the start. See. We already did the introduction, and you don't even know that you did.
See, I'm gonna have to edit this though.
Why? Just edit out the first part until you say, "Okay, I'm gonna do my introduction," and then start it where we said, "Well, what's the name of the podcast?" This is all great. This is organic shit right here, man.
All right then. I guess I'll just throw my intro away that I wrote.
No, now you have to like do an intro. Now the build-up's there, so now you have to like do an intro and keep all of the stuff before that plus this intro.
We really don't know what we're doing here, do we?
No, not at all. But it's gonna be great.
Right. Okay. The 5 people that listens to this will enjoy it. It'll be fun.
Okay, so give me your intro. Here we go. One.
Well, okay.
God damn it.
Yeah. I can't count.
Okay, on the count of 3, I want your like talk show fucking like intro. You ready?
Well, I can't do anything top shelf. You know this.
You can do it. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm not ready.
You ready now?
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go.
Hello, welcome to the Crushed Monocle Podcast, formerly known as the Bearded Gentleman First of the Month Podcast. This sounds like I'm reading because I am. I'm the host, Aaron, also known as Coop, and I am joined by the other host, Jon, the side owner.
Hello. Let's talk about some stuff.
Let's see. That's a better name. Let's talk about stuff. If you've listened to this podcast before, you already know that I am not the original host. That would be Mike. But life happens, and he is either no longer interested in doing this, or he's too busy.
He's just grumpy. He's a grumpy old man. He doesn't want to do anything ever.
I liked when Mike did the podcast. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too.
I'll never be Mike, but this is a reboot.
No, you're Coop. You're not Mike. You're Coop.
Right. And, hey, people do reboots now. Everything's rebooted, right?
Yeah, but like, how many reboots are better than the original?
Has it ever happened? Has there actually ever been a reboot better than the original?
Dude, okay, so I was thinking about this actually Like, you know, like the 90s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies?
Yeah.
Like, those are fucking amazing, right? Like, I was like jump kicking out of the theater type shit, right?
I still do that when I watch them now.
But like, I might get crucified for this, but like, the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies with like Megan Fox or whatever, like, those are actually really fucking cool.
I like the second one quite a bit, but they're not bad.
Was the first one ass?
The first one's okay. It's just a little jarring because they look super weird.
Yeah, I know, but like they do like okay. Here's the thing: is like the '90s ones, they were in those big fucking like latex, whatever styrofoam suits, right? And they couldn't really like move very well, right?
Right.
But with the CG of like the new ones, they do all kinds of crazy shit. Like they slide down a fucking mountain of snow and shit, like crazy shit. Right?
Well, I mean, yeah, they just don't look like how we want them to look, maybe, but they're giant mutated turtles. How are they really supposed to look?
They're supposed to look like how they did in that awesome fucking reboot.
I think if they looked like what they did in the 90s, the movies would have been like 10 times better.
Yeah, but that's like practical effects versus like CGI, man.
Okay, so is this podcast practical effects or is it CGI?
Can I choose another option?
Yeah. Hybrid. It's hybrid effects.
Yeah. We're doing hybrid effects. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think a reboot that was really decent was Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, you're right. The one with Jessica Biel or whatever.
Yeah, it's not as good as the original, but it does its own thing, and it's a good movie.
Yeah, that's true. But what did you think of like the prequel that came out after that? Do you remember that?
It was good. I liked it. I mean, it's kind of like more of the same.
Yeah. Agreed.
A good bit of trivia, though, that the cinematographer from the remake was the same cinematographer from the original movie.
No shit.
Yep.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and it does look cool.
Yeah, it's definitely super cool, man. Like, that fucking movie is gruesome.
Yeah, I mean, I love the original. The remake, everyone looks like an Abercrombie ad.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like the fucking haircuts and shit too, right? Dude, that's the same as that fucking Friday the 13th remake. Like, the main guy's haircut drives me fucking insane, dude. That, like, he has, like...
Everybody's haircut.
Yeah, it's just terrible, dude. And, like you know how we both are, like, huge Friday the 13th Jason Voorhees fans, right? Like...
Obviously.
Yeah. But, like, that dude... Like, the guy that's, like, looking for his sister, right? That guy?
Yeah.
His fucking haircut drives me insane, dude. Like, I don't understand what they're going for there.
I don't know. The movie looks very... I mean, I think it will come out 2009.
Yeah.
It looks like 2009.
Totally.
And even though it still looks decent and glossy or whatever, it still looks like 2009.
Yeah, I know.
It's okay.
Are they ever going to make new ones? I know you told me a while back they're still, like, in court battles, right?
Probably not. I mean, those dudes that suing each other are probably going to die soon. I mean, they're, like, in their 80s probably, so maybe, I don't know.
Fuck. All right.
But that means there'd be another reboot, though, because they're not going to make a sequel to that 2009 movie.
No. They should just... Yeah. It's like you guys are losing so much money by fighting with each other. Like, put these fucking movies out. I'll go see them.
Just make a sequel.
Yeah,
like
do
it doesn't
something.
even matter if it connects to anything. It's just Jason hacking people up.
Yeah,
that's what we want to watch.
Like, stop fucking around. It's stupid.
See, that's the kind of reboot that this podcast will be. It's just slightly different, not as good as the original, but it'll do.
All right, cool. Yeah. All right.
So I guess in tradition of Mike's podcast. What did you listen to this week that you really liked?
So a couple of things that I tweeted about, I think, right? Like, that new Facts album is fucking crazy. Like, that band's really good, but like I probably shouldn't say this about them because they're probably really nice people and I'm not being a dick about their band or anything, and they probably won't listen, so it's fine, I'm sure. But like, they were heavy and like moody and like post-punky kind of noise shit, you know? but like they did it, the songs like didn't like move, but like this time around, like the drummer's like pushing the songs. Like he is like he has like a beat, and he's like, you know, he's just like really like, he gives the songs like that much needed kind of like energy that like I don't think their albums had in the past. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's from what I listened to, what I did listen to of it. It's very drum driven.
Yes, exactly. And
I'm not really experienced with that band too much, but
yeah.
I can tell what you're saying.
Yeah.
I can already tell that the drums are the important thing here.
Yeah, and plus they have a fucking song named Strawberry Cough. Like, how fucking awesome is that?
I mean, any song title that's got strawberry in the title is usually good.
Yeah, I mean, that's a terrible thing, but like it sounds so great.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I admittedly, I have not listened to the entire thing.
Okay.
But I did listen to some of it, about a good half, I think. So.
Yeah. All right, and then I guess I have one other thing that I want to talk about that was my favorite, but should I wait my turn and have you talk about yours first?
Well, being that I don't have anything to add to your first thing, I guess I'll go.
Okay, go.
Because I didn't listen to yours. I checked out the Wolfgang Van Halen record.
Yeah. I listened to like the majority of that today.
Yeah. That was an album I was looking forward to. I mean, on the surface, it's just kind of like 2000s, late 90s hard rock.
Yep.
It's not really, there's nothing really interesting about it that sets it apart from anything.
Right.
But I do like the idea this kid recorded every instrument.
Right.
He wrote all the songs. He does all the vocals. It's like it's him.
Right.
And I got to give him props for not wanting to sound like Van Halen.
Yeah, for sure. I give him that.
Some of the songs are good. I mean, his voice, he kind of reminds me of the dude from Hanson. Like Hanson as an adult, not Hanson as Mbop.
Is Hanson still a band? Like, did they like tour and make albums still?
I think so.
Really?
I mean, yeah. Well, do you remember that super group that they had?
Yeah. It had like the dude from the Smashing Pumpkins in it, right?
Yes. Tenant Windows was the name of that.
Yeah.
That was good. That was a killer record if you listen to that whole thing. But that's who he sounds like on this record.
Really?
To me.
So he kind of like, to bring it back to the old podcast, like he kind of pulled a Dave Grohl, yeah?
Yeah, he kind of pulled a Dave Grohl, but not in an obnoxious way.
Right.
I mean, you know, this kid actually has the right to pull a Dave Grohl and say, "Oh, I remember when my dad was demoing this song when I was 5." Yeah, he actually can say that, but he doesn't.
Yeah, that's true. All right, just so you know, the last Hanson album came out in 2018.
What?
Yeah. Like, they're still like a fucking band. Like,
how? Like, who's buying their albums?
Yo, man, like the people that bopped back in the day.
Oh, I have a funny story about that. When that Mbop song was on MTV.
Yeah. God, that was
my older
torture.
I think it was like 2000. No, it was like 97.
That was around the time of that fucking Brand New Radical song too. It was fucking hell on earth, dude.
Oh god, I hate that friggin' song. But listen, so Hanson, this video was on MTV like 24 hours a day, right?
Right.
My older brother, he likes Metallica and stuff. He doesn't really like pop or whatever. He thought that the Hanson kids were girls. And at one point, he's like, they're not bad looking. Now, my brother was like 16 at the time.
Yeah.
He's like, they're not bad looking. If the singer wore a little more makeup, she might be a little hotter. But... So he hasn't lived that down. It's been like 25 years. And I still remind him that he thinks that the Hanson singer would be hot if he wore more makeup.
I'm going to put a recent picture of the Hanson twins in our chat right now, just so you can see like how fucking weird they look.
Let's see.
They look like Silverchair.
How do they still look 12?
I have no idea.
Oh man. So back to Wolfgang. I think he has the potential to be really good.
Yeah.
I just think that it was a really cool move not to do the Van Halen thing.
Right.
I know that's what everyone's really expecting. Like, oh, is he good as his dad? You know, but he's not trying, and it's not overtly obvious. So, props to him on that.
Yeah, I think like the album was listenable, but it's not something that I would come back to just because it's like kind of has, like you said, like the more like generic kind of rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but the dude's got chops like all around. Like the drums sound decent. Like everything. You know what I mean? I would just like want him to like go past like just kind of the standard like rock sound. You know what I mean? Like do something. Like either go proggy or like do something. You know what I mean?
Later in the record, he does kind of go a little bit more, not really proggy, but a little experimental. But he pulls it back super quick. But I think the big thing is like kind of a coming out album.
Right.
You know, I don't think he wants to go too weird. I'm guessing. I don't know. I mean, these are the first songs this kid's wrote.
Right.
And, he's opening for Guns N' Roses this summer.
Nice. That's cool.
So I think that'll probably... Well, I mean... I was going to say that'll probably make him write better songs, you know, for that kind of thing. But his first job was playing friggin' bass in Van Halen.
Yeah, I mean, that whole thing's weird, man. Like, the whole, like, hey, we're kicking out our bassist of, like, God knows how long, and we're going to bring my kid in to replace him. Like,
well, I mean, he's a better bass player than the original bass player.
Yeah, but, like, that's the original bass player, and his shitty one-note bass lines are what make Van Halen cool sometimes.
You gotta admit, though, that last Van Halen record, like, hey, this is weird, Van Halen with bass? I kind of like it.
I don't think I listened to it, to be honest.
Yeah, you should. It's really good, actually. It's very surprising.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was the thing that I listened to this week.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not mind-blowing, but it made me feel good that someone did something positive, and I guess it's in the top 10 of, you know, Billboard or whatever, so good for him.
Yeah, that is cool. Yeah, I mean, that kid's kind of got, like, the golden ticket, right? Like, even if his music sucks, like, he's still going to have plenty of money and, like, freedom to do whatever the fuck he wants, right?
Well, he's got Van Halen Studios, so he can Dave Grohl it all he wants.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that dude can't fuck up. And if he does, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Yeah. All right, are you ready for my second thing?
Give me your second thing.
So I fucking stumbled down this crazy fucking rabbit hole of Serbian, like, noise rock.
Okay.
Like, there's a band that, like, I stumbled across on Bandcamp, and I can't remember what their fucking name is. But the more important thing is, by discovering that band, I discovered this other band called Repetitor, which I think actually just means repeater, but if you, like, spell it in Serbian, it's Repetitor.
Right.
And they're fucking insane, and they've been around for, like, since...
That name sounds familiar.
Dude, they're cool as shit. They have, like, a female drummer, I think. I don't know their pronouns, so maybe I shouldn't say that, but, like a female drummer, female bass player, and then, like, a guy who's, like, the vocalist, guitarist, and, like, their shit is so simple, but it's so fucking good, because it's, like, it's noisy, but it's, like, kind of, like, I don't want to say it's dancey at all, but it has, like, it, like, moves. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, they, like, I spent a whole entire day just, like, listening to these guys, like, watching their live shows and shit. And, like, they honestly make, like, really fucking cool, like, music videos. Like, all their music videos are badass.
Is it English that they sing in?
I don't think so. Like, I have no fucking idea what they're saying. You know what I mean?
It's noise, so I guess we shouldn't, I guess.
Yeah, but, like, they have the coolest fucking music videos, man. Like, seriously.
Are they horror movies?
They're kinda. Like, I want to, like, here, if noise happens, just, like, edit it out or some shit. Because I want to, like, link you this video. Okay, I found the video. Okay. I'm going to send this video to you.
Okay. I'll watch it.
Dude, it's fucking good. Like, this band is dope, and they make cool videos. And so that's about all you can ask for. You know what I mean?
That's what the American dream is, being a noise rock group that doesn't sing English and makes cool videos.
Yeah, and like, I don't think you can be like big in Serbia, but like they're big in Serbia.
They're one of 3 bands in the country, so
yeah,
they're number 1.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And I guess I should like probably shout out the band that got me to Repeater.
Yeah.
And they're kind of funky sounding too, but they're not noise rock. Koi. So Koikoi.
Oh, I've listened to them.
Yeah, it's funky, right? Like it's like it's almost like emo, like pop punky, but then it gets like noisy for no reason. I don't know. Like they're weird.
It's like that weird post rock thing.
Yeah.
Kind of from like the mid 2000s.
Yeah. So like I think like YouTube algorithmed me into like Repetitor somehow or something. I don't know what happened. But yeah. And I'm not dissing on Koi because like that's pretty cool, but like Repetitor just like totally like hit like what I needed. Plus the videos, like I fucking said.
It's 2021 and like people make videos. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
right?
in of itself. I mean,
yeah, most videos suck nowadays. But the Serbians are fucking bringing it.
we got to go to that country to see what the other 2 bands are doing.
Hold on. What if all we did on this podcast was just talk about Serbian noise rock? And then we're like the number 1 podcast in Serbia and like 0 everywhere else.
That would be okay. I would have to like do a little homework and listen to this stuff. But at the same time, calling back to the last episode that I was on of the podcast, Mike said that homework was for nerds.
Well, Mike's grumpy. Let's just keep that. When you're grumpy, you don't want to do anything because it makes you grumpier.
That's true. But, homework does, if you come correct, that does make you a better podcast host.
Yeah. I will say this. I only did half of my homework. That's
okay. I only listened to a few of the songs of that band that you told me to listen to.
All right. So I guess that's a good segue. Let's have you talk about the thing that you disliked for this round.
All right. Okay, so we've already established that pop music is really not my thing.
Right.
That's not to say that I don't enjoy a good pop song, but most mainstream pop is hot, wet garbage.
Wait. Did T.O.P. put out a new album and you didn't cover it?
Look, man, everyone keeps asking me to review that record, but I'm not going to... What more can I say about them?
You have to, dude. Like, the fucking Clown Posse or whatever their name is like begging. They're so bored right now without, like, attacking you.
Well, a lot of that Clown Skeleton Posse, whatever they were called...
Yeah.
They kind of turned their back on that band over, like, this Twitter controversy last year.
When they were, like... When the dude was, like... talking about his sneakers or scene or some, what was he saying?
Well, they were saying that like, oh, you have a platform to talk about Black Lives Matter, and he like puts on platforms and he's like, I'm using my platform.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that just proves how fucking stupid these people are.
And I called it years ago.
I know you did. I know. Okay, sorry. No more T.O.P.
Right, yes.
So you hate pop music.
Yeah, so it's not my thing. I like some pop, blah, blah, blah. But everyone goes ape crap over Lorde, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Lorde has a new song. It's her first song, like, in 5 years or something. I don't know.
Right.
And the internet's on fire because how great it is. I listen to it, and it's stupid.
See, this is where I wish I would have done my homework, because this song's got to be like 3 minutes long, right? Tops.
It's 3 minutes long, but here's the thing.
There's even video. Did you watch the video?
I did watch the video, and it didn't help. It's just Lorde doing like white girl dancing on the beach.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at like a preview right now, and yeah. I mean, I've never
It's
like, yeah. So like, do you remember when like what was her like album that came out? I think so. Google's telling me it's Melodrama. Is that right?
I think so.
Like, and if people that we know are listening to this podcast, that's fine. But like, remember when we would do like our group like end of the year fucking shit, right? Like albums of the year.
Right.
Well, some of the people and like some of these people still are associated with the site, like fucking ranked this album like high as fuck. And then there's a bunch of fuckers that we don't fuck with anymore that also rank this album high as fuck. And like it was gonna be between the group of votes, you know how we used to do that or whatever.
Yeah, right.
It was like legit gonna be like the first or second album on our list because of the amount of points it got. And I was like, fuck no. Like I tanked that fucker into the sun, dude. I was like, no fucking way. Like, no, I am fucking like subtracting like 30 points off this motherfucker. Like, oh, no.
Well, the point thing was unfair because I used to write so many articles that I would dominate. So basically, the top 100 of the year was just like 25 Nashville bands, that nobody else on the site listened to.
Yeah, but then like people would see the list and get like big mad and like use all of their points just to fucking tank something, dude.
Yeah, well. Hey, at least they were doing something, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, like when I found out that Lorde album was gonna be like at the top of our fucking year-end list, I was like, fuck no.
Yeah, now here's the thing, like Lorde, I guess she's known for being this like really unique, kind of darker, weirder, sadder. I don't know, whatever they say about pop music. It should be something that I would be into. That would be the kind of pop star that I probably would like. But every time I listen to it, it's just bland, forgettable wallpaper.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. It's like, for me, I guess, like, so obviously, like, you know, two fucking guys in their, like, mid-30s or whatever how old we are, like, probably, like, Lorde's not making music for us, obviously, right? Right.
No, a full disclaimer. Right.
Yeah. But, like, for me, like, I love pop music, but only if the pop music has, like, a good fucking, like, beat or, like, backing track. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. It's got to be a good song. I mean, a good song. It doesn't matter what the genre is. If it's a good song, it's a good song.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, obviously I don't really care a whole ton about vocals. Like, I listen to Serbian noise rock. Like, I don't even fucking know what they're saying, right? But, like, when pop music, like, relies too much on, like, vocals, like, I'm sorry, but Lorde isn't like anything fucking insane vocal wise, and even if she is, a boring backing track's not going to do a fucking thing.
It's just monotone whispering, kind of, and like there's barely any. Like, remember that song? I think Royals was like her big hit song that like everybody knows.
I couldn't get away from it because my baseball team, like she wrote that song about one of the guys that played for my baseball team. The Royals, the Kansas City Royals, and at that time we were like going to the World Series and shit around that time, and so like it was just fucking everywhere, and I couldn't fucking get away from it, and I was angry.
There is absolutely nothing to that song. It's just like snaps and like a subwoofer. Like that's the music. Yeah, it's just like 10 people snapping their fingers in the studio and like a digital subwoofer, and that's the whole song.
Oh man.
Okay, so this new song, everyone's like, "Oh, it's great because it's summer vibes. It's upbeat. It's bright." Yeah. Okay. It reminds me of "Freedom" from George Michael.
Oh God. Yeah.
It's okay, but "Freedom's" a good song.
Yeah, actually, I was like, I said, "Oh God," but then I was like, "Wait, fuck, that song's actually dope as shit." You can talk smack all you want about George Michael. When that man had a hit song, it was a good song. Fuck yeah. Yep.
"Freedom," it's a banger still today.
Yeah,
it's the same song of "Freedom," only like turned down to 1, where it's just whispering, and that's it.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
And Phoebe Bridgers allegedly sings backup. She sings backup on the song. I It just sounds like Lorde whispering in the background to me. This song, it sounds like a yogurt commercial. It's I could totally see this like next year being used to sell like yogurt or Special K or something on
Chobani blueberry Greek yogurt.
Yeah, Greek yogurt. Fruit on the bottom. and the album cover has got butt cheeks on the album cover.
It's got booty cheeks on the album cover?
That's what the album cover is. Go Google it. Okay. I'm sure you've seen this conversation.
Look, that's booty cheeks right there.
Yeah. So I've had this conversation many times. No matter what kind of nudity it is, if an album cover or single cover has nudity,
right,
good or bad, it's a good song.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
I mean, there's been disgusting nudity on album covers. This is not thirst talking. This is just like science fact. If there's nudity on an album cover, it's usually good.
What is this font that she used? It's terrible.
It's so generic. It's like this looks like this was generated by a laptop. Like an algorithm made this.
Yeah.
I wish you would have listened to it because
I know I fucked up. I'm sorry.
I wish you. Well, the whole time you're like, hey, this sounds like Primal Scream or George Michael, and I love Primal Scream. I like George Michael, so I'll just listen to those. So I don't have to listen to Lorde anymore.
Okay, so because I needed to look up the album cover or single cover or whatever, so there's like a section on this Wikipedia page about it. And apparently, so, I mean, it's pretty risky. Like, you can't even tell that there's underwear. You can't, like, it's quite the cover, right? So, right. Anyways, apparently, once it got shared, a bunch of people, like, retweeted it and, like, shared it, right? Which then caused their, like, Twitter accounts to be locked down for, like, several hours for, like, sharing, like, porn, basically.
God.
Yeah, that's just what the wiki's telling me. And her response was, "It's a specific experience thinking about everyone in your life seeing your butt. I have no regrets."
It may or may not even not be her on the album cover.
She says it's her butt, and she went on to say, "I'm happy for this to be how people see my butt."
Well, great. That's good. Well, at this same publication, I reviewed an Ally and AJ album strictly because of the booty pics for an album cover.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I will say that, like, beyond your 21 Pilots fucking hate coverage, which it's not, but I'm just doing that to put you back in your box.
Right. I deserve to be there.
The biggest hits we've ever gotten on the site are basically like porn-driven hits. So when we first started, my uncle who writes for the site did something about like I think it was like Asian American women in like indie rock or something like that. And
okay.
And it wasn't like a thirst thing. He was like, celebrating the like diversity and what they played and how they contributed to the band and the music and that stuff, right?
Right.
And that, like, because of I think the title was like, I can't remember what the title was, but it was something like maybe kind of like risque or something, right? That fucking piece drove in so many fucking hits, okay? Like, just so many hits. So then another one that we did was Brandon randomly reviewed the Nicki Minaj album, the one that had like Anaconda on it. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, and so the review itself, I don't think was what was getting hits, but I had like included a picture of Nicki Minaj in that review where she was like wearing like a pink bikini or something like that, right?
Yeah, she's basically trying to be like Lil' Kim for the people that weren't born yet when Lil' Kim.
Yeah. But so I must have snagged a picture because I just grabbed it off the internet, obviously, like because we're constantly violating copyright laws, and I just like threw it into the thing, and for some reason it was like the top of like Google search for like almost a year. That was like Nicki Minaj naked or Nicki Minaj bikini or something like that. But it wasn't even like US Google search results. It was for Germany.
Oh, right. Where they can like cut your hands off for sharing a picture of a girl in a bikini.
Yeah, I don't know. But like if you go to that review and you go into the comments section, it's just basically like these German dudes talking dirty in German about Nicki Minaj.
I think there was another review. I think it was for like Fergie or something.
Yeah.
That, and it might even have been Adam.
Yeah, maybe.
That wrote it. And that got like a ton of hits, and it had to be because of the album cover. It like, had to be.
Like basically if we could figure out how to cover like music and porn together, we'd get all the hits. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe I should do an in-depth article about booty pics album covers.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
We can SEO the shit out of that and we'll get mega hits.
Right. I wouldn't even have to have words. We'll just put a bunch of pictures on there, yeah. But no Lorde.
No, okay, so Lorde's butt isn't being included, got it.
No, because she's got enough press over that. We're not going to give her any more.
The thing that's dumb, though, like, is like you're almost, in a way, like, you're like almost saying, like, okay, we know this song fucking sucks, or we know this song is kind of shitty, or we know this song isn't amazing. But what we do know is people love nudity, right?
Right.
So they're like, hey, Lorde, let's put your bum on the cover or whatever, right? And they're like, that'll kind of cover up the fact that the song's fucking ass.
It's going to get people blocked across the internet just for talking about it.
Yeah. Because
so it's already a hit.
It was a big fucking deal last week. I haven't heard about it this week, but I'm not like in the Lorde like fan circles, so I don't know.
Well, it works. Back to that Allie and AJ article I did like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I kept getting like press emails, and I didn't even know what it was. They just kept sending the album cover. I'm like, okay, you got my attention. Yeah. Okay, I want to listen to this. Okay, I want to review it.
Right.
It wasn't bad, but it was strictly by the album cover. So they know it works.
I'm trying to remember what that cover looked like.
I don't even remember the name of the album, but that's how they would always, like, all the press emails, they would always start with that. Like, they knew what they were doing.
Oh, yeah, okay, now I know. Now, yeah, okay. Now, so they're like, okay, yeah, okay, yep, I get it. I'm not even going to say anything. Yep, I understand now.
Yeah, so it's probably the same, she's probably got the same PR people.
Right. Yep. Jeez, yeah. We should have just changed the new site name to, like, porn or something. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll just review porn now. But we've been in quarantine for a year, so everyone's probably looked at every available porn. So there's no real reason to review it or talk about it because everyone knows everything already.
Every available porn.
We watch it so you don't have to.
Oh, man. That's amazing. Yep. I'm digging it. All right. Are you ready for my thing that I'm going to bitch about?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. And again, like, hopefully no one listens to this because if they do, I'll probably get fucking murdered. But, like...
Oh, that's the best stuff, man. Let's get murdered.
Let's get murdered. Okay. So, this has to do with, like, Slint's all-time fucking whatever album, Spiderland, right?
Right.
Like, and I need to, like preface this by saying, like, I love that fucking album. Like, I really do. Like, I do.
Yeah.
Like, I have it on vinyl. Isaac bought it for me as a gift. Like, I own it on CD that I don't even know where the CD is. Like, I listened to it, like, 2 or 3 days ago, which then is why I'm talking about it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a good enough disclaimer?
That's a good enough disclaimer, and I'm with you on that. It's a classic album.
Okay. The fucking lead distortion that they use, and I think it's probably most prominent on, like, track 1 and track 2. So what's track 1, like Breadcrumb Trail or some shit like that? I can't remember.
I haven't listened to it in a while, but yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, anyways, they have this like their normal distortion is fine. Like the distortion they use, like it sounds good, like it's totally fine. But there's this like fucking lead distortion that just like comes in that's like super like high pitched and like squealy. It sounds like it's like an out of the box like Digitech like pedal board.
Oh god.
Yeah, like, and
it's a metal zone.
Yeah, it's something. I don't know. Like, I almost wish you would have like listened to it recently because you have been like covering like effects pedals and shit, you know, like for the site. And like, I want you to like listen. Like, it sounds so bad. Like, I remember like being in junior high and like people would get like, you know, distortion or overdrive pedals or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like have no idea how they're fucking dialing them in. Don't even know what they're doing with their toning. Like, no one really does in junior high. You're just fucking making noise, right?
Right.
Well, this is what those fucking distortion pedals sounded like. And like when I first listened to the album, I was just like, oh yeah, you know, it's 1990, you know, like this was recorded in August 1990. Like, I get why this pedal sucks ass, right?
Right.
But like then like as I like let that album kind of like go away, come back, go away, come back, like I would listen to it and I would be like anxiously waiting for this shitty fucking lead like overdrive. Kind of like, oh fuck, this song's so good, but I know that fucking overdrive's coming and it's gonna be fucking annoying, you know. And like it gets used a lot on like the first track and the second track, and then like by the time that like album progresses, like it doesn't show up at all till like maybe like the very end of like the 6th track. So I feel like they were recording and they were like, oh, this fucking distortion sucks. Let's like not use it. But I brought this up with like some friends and I was like, guys, Spiderland's really good. And they're like, yeah, it is. And I'm like, but that fucking lead distortion. And they were like, fuck you. That distortion's fucking awesome.
Yeah, in 1990, but they listen to it now, they're like, what is this thing that sounds like angry bees?
Yeah, it does, dude. And like, maybe that was intentional. Like, according to like all accounts of the recording of this album, like this was very like painstaking and like they were slow and like, so maybe that's what they wanted, but my god, does it sound like shit. And like I said, it fucking gives me anxiety because I think it sounds like ass, so I sit and wait for it to come, and then when it's over I'm like, fuck, cool, okay.
It's a horror movie in itself.
Yeah, it kind of.
Yeah, you're basically waiting for Jason to jump out.
Yeah. So like if any like Slint Spiderland diehards are listening to this and you want to like come for my head, whatever, like just leave 5 stars and give us a good review or something. I don't know. You know where to find me.
That's what I say. I dare them.
Dare you. Yes, I dare them to like triple dog Spiderland Slint hate me.
I guarantee you, if you would look it up, it's probably a Boss Metal Zone is what that pedal is.
Dude, it's more Digitech-y, I'm telling you.
If it was like early 90s, it was probably a metal. Have you ever played a Metal Zone?
I don't know. I don't think so.
It is the worst sounding, buzzy, no mids, all treb, all bass distortion you could ever imagine. And every friggin' person had one.
Boss Metal Zone.
90s and 2000s.
Oh yeah, okay, so it's like I've seen this pedal like 1,000 times. It's like black with the like red fucking like
like orange letters.
Yeah, red orange, I guess. Yeah.
I have one, and well, obviously I had. You have to,
right?
I took it apart and pulled off like a few chips off the circuit board, and I made it sound like 1 billion times better.
Really?
Yep. So
did you know that these things are $102 out of the box?
I still have the box from. Maybe I should just put it back in the box and sell it to somebody and not tell them that I modded it.
No, because then you'll be like perpetuating the fucking people using this pedal. Like someone will hear the good one, and then
so people have modded it so much, like I did, that Boss actually came out with a new modded version. That's out of the box.
Is it the MT? Is it the MT2?
I think it's the MT2, but it's the Wazacraft they call it.
Okay.
That's like a mod, but it's the mod that you can do yourself, where you take a few of the chips off the circuit board.
Yeah.
So that's how prominent that mod is. That now they've released it from the factory that way.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Dude, you're a trendsetter. That's
Yeah,
what it
see?
is. You fucking. They should have named that the Coop Zone.
Well, you know,
The Coop was his own craft.
if any music company wants to send me more free stuff to review, I will gladly accept it.
When does your next pedal review come out?
They haven't sent me anything else, so yeah.
Oh.
So we'll see. We have to send some feelers out. Hey, do you want to give me some free stuff? I can make a video.
Oh, that's amazing.
Look, that is like really annoying though. Not talking about myself, but when you're trying to make video demos of those things, because I don't want to play any real songs.
Oh yeah, you have to like yeah.
You know, and I don't know if you've ever watched anyone else do reviews of stuff. They always run these pedals through like computer programs and all this thing. So then it doesn't sound like what it does when you buy one. So when I film my demos, I just use my camera and just film my amp or whatever.
Yeah.
So it sounds like garbage, obviously, but at least it sounds like how it probably sounds in real life.
Right, so you're the only one. You're the only real OG out there that's making fucking legit pedal review videos. Is that what you're saying?
I guess.
Like, fuck everybody else. Hey, anybody that reviews pedals out there, fuck you.
Yeah.
Coop's got this shit on lock.
Well, I'm not very creative, so I can't play any songs that are my own because I can't write with the crap. So, if you've watched any of those videos on those reviews, it's just inconsistent noodling, and one Danzig song. But I'm sure Danzig probably doesn't know what the internet is, so he probably hasn't listened to it. So we're probably okay.
It's fucking awesome. All right, well, now we've got to do some closing thing.
A closing thing. Well, what's something positive that you experienced this week?
What is something positive? I swam in a pool.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I swam in a pool. For all those that haven't swam in a pool yet, you should swim in a pool. It's fun.
I can't even swim.
Well, you don't have to know how to swim in a pool.
That's true.
Wait, you really don't know how to swim?
No, I don't know how to swim.
Why? What the fuck?
I don't know.
What do you do when you go, like... Well, I guess you probably... Have you been to the ocean?
I've been to the ocean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a scenario where someone would have to swim. Like, legitimately swim.
I mean, it's modern times, so I haven't had to, like, jump from a ship and swim to shore for anything, so...
So what we just discovered, the most important thing that's come out of this podcast is that it is no longer a useful skill to learn how to swim because technology has far surpassed the need for a person to swim.
Right, there's no reason to swim. You can splash around or do water slides or whatever, but you don't really have to swim.
Okay, I'm trying to think of a scenario. Like, what if you jump, like, you can, like, wade water, right? You can, like, float.
I mean, I guess if I, like, would calm down and know that I'm not going to drown and die or get killed by a shark, I could probably float, maybe, I would say.
So, like, okay, like, I finally thought of, like, a scenario, maybe, okay? So, like, what if you, like, jumped, like, off a diving board, right?
Like back to school?
Yes, exactly, yes. And you can't touch, right, because it's, like, a diving pool. Like, could you get to the edge of the pool?
Well, I'm over 225 pounds, so if I jumped off a diving board, I'd probably die when I hit the water anyway. Because I don't know how to dive, you know. So it would just be like a fat guy smacking the water.
Let's say you fell off of a diving board. Okay,
I'd probably die.
So there's no need for you to swim to the edge of the pool.
I mean, I would probably be horrified. I don't like heights, so I'd probably be horrified anyway from jumping from a diving board. So, I mean, I imagine I could probably figure it out. Maybe I would think.
Coop, when we
Maybe.
meet up, I'm gonna give you swimming lessons.
I don't have to because of technology. Technology says I don't have to swim.
I'm gonna drive you to the middle of a lake and be like, oh my god, the boat's broken. I don't own a boat.
I would go down with the ship. It's the noble thing to do.
You know what? You're right. You are winning this argument. I feel foolish now for knowing how to swim.
There's no need to swim. I mean, I live in the Chicago suburbs, so I'm not by an ocean. If I ever went near Lake Michigan, I mean, fungus and dead bodies would probably, or broken glass would probably kill me before drowning. So there's no real need for me to swim.
I understand. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Well, you basically ruined my good thing that happened this week. So thank you for that.
Well, swimming in a pool is fun. Good for you, John.
All right. You got to give me yours and then we're closing shop.
Nothing good happened to me. I lived, I guess. It could have been worse.
No, you have to think of something. You have to give me one thing.
Man.
Even if it's like food or like a moment. Like, did you have this moment of like clarity where you're like, fucking life, man?
I bought a new guitar last week.
Yeah, see, there you go. How's that treating you?
It's pretty cool. I like having a new guitar. I have a really nice guitar that I got for my 18th birthday. It's a Gibson Les Paul.
Yeah.
But my mom and dad bought it for my 18th birthday.
Right.
And so after my dad passed, I have a lot of sentimental value. So I keep it in its case. I still play it, but I keep it in its case. So just sitting around, I can't leave that sitting on.
It's like a toy in its box,
so
right?
I bought like a really So I bought like a really cheap garbage guitar about 10 years ago, just to leave sitting out.
Yep.
And it was a black Epiphone Les Paul, like a $200 one.
Yeah.
And it sucks so bad that I think it made me forget how to play guitar.
So you actually bought yourself a guitar that's like the guitar that you cherish, but you actually feel comfortable taking this one out of the box.
Right, and it looks almost identical to the cheapy $200 one.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah, so I'm consistent. So.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely are consistent. Yeah.
Yeah, and I plugged it in. I'm like, hey, wow, I forgot I know how to play guitar, so this is cool.
Right on. See?
Yeah.
See? You can't be like, my life's terrible. You got a guitar. As long as you have a guitar, your life's not worse than if your life didn't have a guitar.
Perfect segue. It was kind of like I rebooted the garbage guitar for a slightly nice one that's still probably trash, but just a little bit better, a little different.
Perfect. I mean, yeah. So it looks like a shitty one, but really, if you spend time with it, it's cool.
Right.
And
I hope that's what people get out of this podcast. It's not like Mike's podcast. It's just a little bit different.
Exactly. And it's like the most whitest mid-30s podcast of all time. And if you can't relate to that, then you're probably not our audience.
Hey, man, at least I own it, right? I'm not going around saying that John Mayer's good. or Lorde is unique.
Nope. We covered 80s horror movies, effects pedals,
Yes.
noise rock, our disdain for Lorde, and then an album by Van Halen's son.
We covered. I don't think we have enough material for any other podcast.
Nope, we've hit bland 30s white guy to death in one episode.
I think this is the New Balance podcast.
Oh man, that's amazing.
We'll have to mow the grass, complain about gas prices, and go have lunch at Applebee's.
Yep, this is the podcast you listen to when you mow your lawn.
Oh, of course. And make weird grunting noises when you sit down.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Oh shit. All right. Well, till next time, my guy.
All right. I guess we'll see if 5 or 10 people listen to this, and we'll come back on the next one.
Yep, for sure.
All right.
Hey, peace out.
Peace out.